Welcome, folks, to Week 1 here in the Western Valley District. As always, I am FC Insider Kevin Tosh here on Inside the Eagle's Nest. And boy, do we have an exciting week for you here on the Insider's Notebook podcast. We're going to take a look inside the first ever Western Valley District Power Rankings and take a look into Week 1 of Western Valley District play and what I'm going to dub Statement Weekend. 4 teams have a potential to make a big statement here in the first week of Western Valley District play.
Prepare to enter the Insider's Notebook.
Well, sports fans, like we said, this is Week 7 already in the Virginia High School League football season, but more importantly, Week 1 of Western Valley District play, and a week that we're going to dub here on Inside the Eagle's Nest as Statement Weekend. 4 teams in the Western Valley District are going to have a chance to make a big statement and make a big impact on the outcome of this Western Valley District come season's end. But first of all, we're going to debut our first ever Inside the Eagle's Nest Western Valley District Power Rankings. We here at Inside the Eagle's Nest have been working on this to try to come up with a formula. No, it's not an exact science, but a way to rank these teams as we go throughout the Western Valley District play. We decided not to debut it until after non-district play, so we would have kind of a jumping off point, but we'll get right to the rankings here. Starting off in first place going into Western Valley District play, Patrick Henry coming in at 4-1 with a 6.74. Franklin County is in the second spot with a 4-2 overall record with a 4.33 power ranking. In third, GW Danville with a 3-2 overall record with a 3.92 power ranking. Halifax County in the fourth spot with a 2-4 record with a 2.76 power ranking. And William Fleming is in the bottom of the list right now with an 0-6 record, but they have a 2.57 power ranking. And just a little quick overview of how the power rankings go. They take into account several factors. Each team gets 2 points per win. They get 1 point for every win that their opponent has. And they get 1 point per 10 points in total margin of victory. And later on, for each district win they have, they'll get 4 points. So that takes into account how many wins you have, how tough your strength of schedule is, and whether you take care of business if your strength of schedule is low, and more importantly, how you do in the district. Just as an example here, Franklin County has 4 wins, so that's 8 points, plus 17 wins by their opponents, plus 1 point for their 10 margin of victory points, and divide that by 6 games, and that's how you get the 4.33. So you can go and look on our website. Our power rankings are there. We also have stats for Franklin County up to date through Week 6. So we've got a lot of things going on here. But like we said, statement weekend in the Western Valley District. What more can you say? Here in Week 7, first off, number 1, Patrick Henry here in the Western Valley District is going to be traveling to number 3, GW Danville. We all know Patrick Henry, David Prince, who got a scholarship offer as an overall athlete to play at Virginia Tech this week. You know, really tough. They've been able to put up a lot of points this year on the board. Have 157 points that they've outscored their opponents by this year. Some people think they have a little bit weaker schedule, but they will be traveling to GW Danville. GW Danville's had a really good season so far. They're led by DeMonte Ballard at quarterback and Travis Jones at running back. So they have a really potent offense down there. This is going to be a really big game in the Western Valley District. Patrick Henry can assert their dominance atop the Western Valley District by taking down a tough GW team. Or GW, if they can pull out a win here against Patrick Henry, they'll definitely probably move to the top spot in the power rankings and definitely have a good chance at getting the automatic bid into the Northwest Region playoffs. In the other game of the week here in the Western Valley District, number 2 Franklin County will be traveling to number 5 William Fleming. This is a team that they played earlier in the year, Franklin County did, but they played host to William Fleming. Franklin County took down William Fleming 20-3 in the first game of the season, as everybody remembers that. This is a really big chance for Jonathan Hagens and Dom Frierson at quarterback to really come out and make a big statement win here against the number 2 ranked Franklin County Eagles. You know, they can flip-flop this board here. William Fleming is winless in their last 15 or 16 games. If they can cut it here, they'll be able to make an attempt with no wins outside of the district. With 4 straight wins, they could get into the Northwest Region playoffs. But like we said, statement weekend here in the Western Valley District. We'll know a lot about 4 teams in the Western Valley District coming out of this week, but it's going to be a really, really big week. And we want to thank you for joining us here on the Insider's Notebook podcast. And once again, always check back inside the eaglesnest.weebly.com. We're going to have different little tidbits throughout the week. We're probably not going to get the webcast on tonight because we're working on getting some things ready for the Western Valley District preview, but be sure to check back early and often. We always have different things coming back. Like I said earlier, we have the Week 6 stats up to date. We have the season stats up to date. We're still waiting on the defensive stats from the coaching staff. But like we said, follow us on Twitter. I'm FC Insider. My partner in crime, Justin Hall, is Justin Hall04. And like I said, we want to thank you for watching here, and be sure to stay tuned in here for Statement Weekend in the Western Valley District.
Prepare to enter the Insider's Notebook.